$100 MBA Show, the business podcast that's all killer and no filler with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Don't forget to check out some of our free courses, our free guides over at 100mba.net. In today's episode, you will learn how to identify your strengths, your personal strengths, and use them. This is such an important episode because so many people start a business around things that are just not their strengths. You neglect your strengths, and instead you need to focus on them and use them in becoming a better business. We get into all the details in today's episode, so let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Xero, spelled Xero. Xero is an online accounting software and platform for your small business. With Xero, it doesn't matter if your small business is a brick and mortar or an online one. That's because Xero is born in the cloud and built in the cloud. This means that you can manage your accounting anytime, anywhere from your Mac, PC, iOS, or Android device. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at xero.com/podcasts. Start managing your invoicing and get paid faster with Xero. And not only that, Xero randomly selects 5 people a month who signed up to receive a mystery box of goodies from Xero, plus a company that already swears by Xero. So get started with their free 30-day trial at xero.com/podcasts. I meet a lot of new entrepreneurs that when they tell me what business they're starting, I'm actually quite shocked because the business they're starting has nothing to do with the strengths they have. And they're very passionate and they're very excited about this idea. But inside me, I want to tell them, you may want to reconsider because this is going to be a whole lot easier if you're doing something that you're strong at. And oftentimes, entrepreneurs learn this the hard way. They neglect their paths, they neglect their strengths and say, this is a new chapter in my life, I'm going to do something completely new. And therefore, what they do their business on has nothing to do with what they're good at. So in today's episode, I want to talk about how to know what your strengths are and how to use them. How to apply them to your business and be better at what you do and offer something that's exceptional and unique because your strengths are unique to you. All right, let's get into it. My first tip is you want to take note of what other people say about you. Now, I'm not talking about interviewing your friends and family. Often when you ask somebody a question or you interview them, they don't really give you a genuine answer. They are searching for answers and they're looking to help you in some way. But often the real answers come from when they say things when they're not being asked. So take notice of what people say about you. What are some things that people say often about you? Do they say, you're really good at time management? Or do they say, wow, you're a really good teacher or a great performer? Or you have a really good memory when it comes to stories? Or they might say, you ask really good questions. So take notice when somebody's complimenting you. These are your strengths. These are the things that people see about you that stands out. And once you note these things down, look at how you can apply them to a business. For example, if somebody says, you ask really good questions, you may want to start an interview show, a podcast, or a video show. There are a lot of interview shows out there, but very few of them are very good at asking great questions. And you can differentiate yourself by using your strengths. Also, pay attention to some of the traits that people say about you. So for example, if they say, you have a really warm smile. If they say that to you, then you should be on video because your smile is infectious. Your smile is nice to see and it feels good to see you smile. So a lot of this has to do with being observant, taking notice of everything that's going around you, especially when people are giving you feedback. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, take notice of how you act in social settings. So when you're sitting in a group, let's say, for example, at a party, are you somebody who's outspoken? Are you somebody that likes to tell stories? If you're playing some sort of board game or a card game, are you competitive? Do you like to take the lead and give instructions? Or are you somebody that kind of is quiet and rather just watch and observe? If you're finding there are leadership qualities that you just express naturally in a social setting, then you may want to take a look at taking more of a leadership role in your business. And if leadership is not something that comes naturally to you, something that you enjoy, then maybe you need to consider getting somebody on your team in your business that is a good leader. You have to have a great leader in your business. So maybe you can team up with somebody and you can still have control over the business. You can still make decisions, but you won't be the active leader like the person that you're bringing on board. Your behavior has a lot to do with your strengths. When we're in social settings, we do things that are comfortable to us. We have our guard down, so we just do things that come natural to us. So for example, I play basketball once a week here in San Diego in a local league. And when I hit the basketball court, I can't help but take the lead. I like to cheer my teammates on and encourage them and ask them to do certain things on the court, call out plays, and kind of give some instruction. So teaching and leadership is really just something that comes natural to me, something that I can't help but do. It's like they say, writers don't choose to write, they write. When you're a writer, you just can't help but write. It doesn't mean you can't develop the skill. Even if you don't like writing, you could develop the skill. But if you are a natural writer, you're going to be a lot more significant in your marketplace because this is something that comes natural to you and it's something that just shines through. All right, let me move on to the next tip. And this one's a huge one. You got to take a look at what experiences you have already and how you can use them. I recently met a new entrepreneur and he was starting a coaching business, a life coaching business. And I said to him, oh, great. Tell me a little about your experience before you became an entrepreneur, because he was in his late 20s and he was a software engineer. And I was like, wow, a software engineer, you have all this experience in software engineering and you're completely dumping it. You're not using it at all. And I said, do you not like it? He's like, no, I like it, but I want to change. I want to do something different. I'm an entrepreneur now, so I'm really interested in life coaching. And I didn't want to discourage him, but inside me, I felt like you can really help people with the experience you already have. You may love coaching, and that's great, but you can coach people when it comes to software development. There are so many entrepreneurs getting into software. I'm one of them. Nicole and I run a business called Webinar Ninja, and I would love for somebody to be able to guide me through the pitfalls and some of the challenges that I may face as I'm developing the software. So take a look at the experiences you already have professionally and see how you can utilize it and create a business around that expertise. Yes, you're changing your life. Yes, you're changing the way you earn your money as an entrepreneur, but you don't have to change everything. You can use what you already have and have a competitive edge. Guys, I got a bit more when it comes to identifying your strengths and using them. But before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Xero. Xero. Xero is beautiful accounting software built to help small businesses be more productive and successful. One of the best features of Xero is that it's easy to use. If software is not easy to use, then you're not going to use it. But with Xero, you can send invoices, online quotes to your customers, pay your employees, manage your cash flow, expenses, even your inventory. And you can do it easily with Xero. Xero is in the cloud, so you can access and manage all your business accounting on the go. Plus, Xero does what desktop software does and more. Plus, you can use it anywhere, anytime from your mobile device. I love this. No matter where you are, if you're traveling, if you're on the go, if you're doing errands, you can automatically access your account in Xero, pay invoices, check your inventory, do anything you want right from your mobile device. And you can sign up for a free 30-day trial at xero.com/podcasts. That's xero.com/podcasts with an S. Xero, beautiful accounting software built to help small businesses just like you be more productive and successful. Get their free 30-day trial at xero.com/podcasts. Guys, I want to wrap up this lesson with a really good insight. Even when you're using your strengths, utilizing your strengths in your business, things can be difficult. They can be hard. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not a strength. It just means that it's challenging. You're going to have some challenges in business, as we all know. But one thing to notice is when you're working on your business, when you're doing the things you do in your business, is this something you absolutely dread? It's very rare that you're good at something you don't like. When things come natural to you, it's because it's something that inherently is congruent with you. So take notice, are you having a hard time getting up in the morning to do what you have to do? Or is it, a little challenging, but once you start doing it, you're like, I like this. This is okay. I can do it. If it's the former, then you're probably not using your strengths. And remember, it takes time to identify your strengths, and your strengths keep evolving, so you got to keep on discovering them. But it's really essential for you to keep on doing that so you can constantly be using them in your business so you can have a competitive advantage. I'm not going to sit around and say that business is easy and there's a market for everybody and all that stuff. That is true in some regard, but things are competitive and you need to use everything you got, your biggest strengths, in order to compete with your marketplace. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. But don't forget, tomorrow is Free Ride Friday, where we announce who won this week's free ride to the $100 MBA Training and Community. That's a lifetime membership to all our videos. That's over 180 training videos, workbooks, interviews with experts, and of course, being a part of our community, our forum, our Facebook private group. And all you got to do to win a free ride to the $100 MBA is drop us an iTunes rating and review. If you're on your iPhone, just click on the cover art. You'll see a link that says give us a rating and review. If you're on your computer or any browser, just go to 100mba.net/show. And tomorrow we're also discussing how to budget for your business. And I'll be introducing a new concept when it comes to budgeting in tomorrow's episode. I can't wait to share that with you. But before I leave you, I want to leave you with this. Identifying strengths and using them is very important for you as the business owner, not only for yourself, but for your other teammates as well. As you start growing, you start hiring and having a bigger team, it's your job as a leader to give tasks, to give responsibilities to people according to their strengths. This is where you're going to get the most out of your employees. The worst thing you could do is give tasks to an employee that they're just not really strong at or they don't enjoy. It's not something that comes naturally to them. We've learned this with our own team, and we've hired people to take over some of the things that are not a good fit for that employee. So keep that in mind as you're growing your team. Take a look at your teammates, take a look at their strengths, and see how they can use their strengths to better the company and better your whole business and your whole mission as an entrepreneur. All right, guys, I hope that helps and hope to see you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then, guys. Take care.